Good afternoon, evening, morning, whenever you're deciding to watch this. And give me just a moment here to thank you for joining us for the inaugural show of the Flower Shop. Today's topic, obviously, if you're looking to the left there, you're going to see today's topic is Karrion Kross, a very undercovered, underappreciated, currently unfortunately in the mid cards of the World Wrestling Entertainment platform. Married to Scarlett Bordeaux, who is his trusted valet. If you ask me, they make a really, really great power couple. Unfortunately, WWE does not see it my way, and that's on them. You know? I mean, I think he could go somewhere else. Probably be a top tier star because he has the acting chops, he definitely has the look, and he definitely has the moves. But where does this young man, Karrion Kross, come from? I did a lot of digging and I did a lot of research because actually, if you don't know this by now, he's one of my favorite competitors on the circuits. And one of the main reasons that I still tune in to Monday Night Raw. And if he were on SmackDown, I would tune in to SmackDown. I am a dedicated fan, and I have no problems with that. I am unabashed. I don't care. I don't care who likes what I don't like. I don't care who doesn't like what I like. And in this particular case here, I happen to think that Karrion Kross has the ability to be a world champion. I think he has the presence to be a world champion. And I'm going to be honest with you, I believe he's got the chops, the goods, and the skill set to maintain a world title. If it were not for the booking, per se, I would have to say that there's no doubt in my mind that he would be a world champion in a major promotion. If not WWE, somewhere else. I've always thought about AEW, but that's not on his tops of his list right now from what I've read. All the research I did, and it was extensive because I looked, there just isn't a lot of research out there. So I guess what I need to do for Volume 2, the follow-up for this flower shop, is I probably need to have an interview with Karrion Kross. Hello? I'll take that anytime, anywhere, any place. You give me a call, we'll do it. But let's open up with the professional wrestling career of one Karrion Kross. As far as promotions that you would know something about, Karrion Kross made his Impact Wrestling debut in 2015. He came back from 2018 to 2019. Kross debuted on the July 24th, 2015, Part 1 of GFW One Night Only, Impact. Amped anthology event produced by Jeff Jarrett's a Global Force wrestling promotion. During Part 1, Kross competed in the quarterfinal of the GFW Global Championship Tournament, where he was eliminated by Bobby Roode. We all know who Bobby Roode is. We've seen Bobby Roode. He's now retired with the WWE. During Part 3 of Amped Anthology, Kross competed in 2 consecutive matches on August 21st, including a loss to Joey Ryan and later to Congo Kong and later to Congo Kong and Brian Myers. I'm sorry, I can't even read my own writing today. I apologize. In a 3-way match to crown the #1 contender for the GFW Championship. These matches were delay broadcast and were not aired until October 23rd, 2017. Kross returned on June 1st, 2018 to Impact Wrestling TV tapings, where he debuted a new ring name, Killer Kross, defeating Falaba by submission after applying a chokehold. During the course of the year, Kross aligned himself with wrestlers Austin Aries and Moose. We all know Moose. I don't know if you guys know who Austin Aries is. He was in the WWE prior to TNA. He went to TNA, went to WWE, did not work out in WWE, went back to TNA where he found better success. And of course, we all know who Moose is. Moose was just in the last pay-per-view. His first pay-per-view appearance was in 2018's Bound for Glory. I think that's 14, where he teamed with Moose in a tag team match. Lost to Eddie Edwards and Tommy Dreamer. During the year, Kross and his allies Moose and Aries feuded with members of the Impact roster, including Fallah Bahh, KM, and Johnny Impact. Before the end of the year, Kross embarked on a pursuit of the Impact Championship held by Johnny Impact. On the November 8th episode of Impact, Kross challenged Johnny Impact for the world title, but did not succeed in winning the title. It was underbooked in TNA too. That's the only thing I can figure. During the January 3rd, 2019 episode of Impact, Kross would continue his heel run after defeating Trevor Lee. Kross conducted a post-match in-ring segment demonstrating to the reigning world champion Johnny Impact the results of the failed diplomacy. After previous weeks of trying to persuade Impact to become a ruthless competitor, Kross proceeded to seize and instruct the ringside timekeeper to assist in holding a cement block against the head of the defenseless Trevor Lee. After punching through the cement block, Kross dedicated his demonstration to Johnny Impact and his title rematch with Johnny Impact for the World Championship, but the match was ruled a no contest after interference by Brian Cage. Kross would later leave Impact shortly thereafter. Kross made his first appearance in NXT on April 8th. Wow, I can't do this today. It's been a long day so far, guys. Bear with me. Kross made his first appearance on NXT during the April 8, 2020 edition. He was seen in a car alongside Scarlett watching Johnny Gargano leave after his match against Tommaso Ciampa. Kross debuted the following week, attacking Ciampa, and went on to defeat Ciampa at the NXT TakeOver In Your House. It was revealed that Kross would now be known as Karrion Kross. He debuted on the May 6th episode of NXT, defeated Leon Ruff in what we call a squash match. Soon he went on to defeat Keith Lee and conquer the NXT Championship at NXT TakeOver 30. But unfortunately, he relinquished the title due to an injury to his shoulder. Kross then returned after months to confront Finn Balor. He challenged Balor for the NXT title at TakeOver, where he regained his title that he never lost and became a two-time NXT champion. Karrion Kross then faced Gargano, Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and all such for the NXT title, where he won and became a top star. At least somebody figured out how to book him. I don't know what happened to you, Triple H, but, you know, hey, just a thought. Later on, he had a feud with Samoa Joe, who was returning to the roster at NXT. He had a match set up with Samoa Joe and actually took the loss, losing the NXT title. Even before officially signing with WWE, Kross appeared on the February 16, 2015 episode of Raw. He teamed with Darian Young to face the Ascension. The match, however, ended in a no contest. So he had been in WWE prior to all of that. And, you know, hey, it's some information most of you probably didn't know because not a whole lot of people follow him. Kross appeared on Raw in July of 2021, where he faced Jeff Hardy in a one-on-one match. I'm going to take a pause here for a minute because, first off, everybody knew Jeff Hardy was leaving. Everybody knew Jeff Hardy couldn't keep up. Why in the world would you book someone like Karrion Kross to lose to Jeff Hardy? The answer is, we'll never know. I don't know what Vince's problem was with him, but that was just really, really bad booking. And he lost shockingly by a roll-up with Hardy's leg on the top rope. Kross went on to defeat Jeff Hardy in some 50-50 booking in the following week, but many, including myself, felt like that he was misbooked on the first day. Soon after, he debuted with a gladiator-style in-ring attire and was, obviously criticized by everybody. And on November 2021, he was released from WWE, November 4th to be exact. From there on, he made appearances in MLW and New Japan Wrestling in his next 6 months under his previous ring name of Killer Kross. In 2022, he made a return back to SmackDown. Made his WWE return on the August 5th. I get my numbers so crossed up. I'm sorry, guys. The August 5th episode of SmackDown, where he attacked Drew McIntyre from behind. He was also assisted by his partner, Scarlett Bordeaux. During the October 14th edition of SmackDown, Karrion and his wife Scarlett met with a car accident and were also attacked by McIntyre later. This could have been legitimately a first big main roster run. And on the 29th of October, Karrion Kross defeated Madcap Moss, sent Madcap Moss packing. That's pretty much the last we hear of him for a while. Obviously, the recent work can't be understated with the New Day. And quite frankly, I think he's doing some of his best work right now. Unfortunately, WWE fans aren't seeing it that way. I'm hearing that all over the place. Why? I have no idea. Now I'm going to make a case here at this point for why Karrion Kross should be in the main event picture. This is all me freestyling. I didn't write all this down. I wanted to make sure I had as many facts written down as I could. I've got some more later on. But I'm going to make an argument right now as to why he should be a main eventer and everything else. And I'm going to use The Undertaker. And I know people laugh at me when I use that analogy, but The Undertaker started in World Class Championship Wrestling back in the 70s and 80s, and when I saw him wrestle his first match with Bruiser Brody, I knew he had it. Now, he went by several names, Mark Calloway, Mean Mark, so on and so forth, through WCW and everything else with Paulie Dangerously, Paul Heyman, and eventually he got called up to Stamford, Connecticut, and they're like, Vince McMahon said, I see you as The Undertaker. So he wasn't Mark Calloway anymore. He was The Undertaker. That gimmick took off, ran for 30, 35 years. But if you had looked at Mark Calloway in WCW years, especially some of those WCW matches, and if you had looked at Mark Calloway in World Class Championship Wrestling, if we had had the internet then, I could see the Twitter headlines. Yeah, the Calloway guy's pretty good, but to me he just looks kind of mid. So I don't see why a little bit of repackaging could not help in this scenario and even enhance the scenario. If I'm comparing the two runs, which I am, there is absolutely no way you can't parallel these two runs and say this could happen. They just refuse to let it happen. And I blame the fans. I really do. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just making the case because if you watch his career, it literally walks hand in hand with that of Calloway. The only difference is he hasn't had a doofy promotion to get an extra TV time with a whole bunch of other people. And if you don't give him TV time, chances are he's just never going to go over. So we all understand that. We live it. We love it. But Karrion Kross has been and always will be my next big thing if anybody else besides me could ever see that. So we're going to go through a few things here now. I'm going to go with his finishing moves, the cross jacket, the Doomsday. Now we're calling it Fallen Prey. He also had an exploder suplex, a Northern Lights suplex, a fisherman suplex, rolling suplexes, the crossface, the rolling knee bar, the giant swing. He had to give that up to Claudio. Where's Claudio at now? The Olympic slam, you know. And he had some nicknames too. We call him the Devil of Monterrey, the Herald of Doomsday, Rey de la Malidad, the Toll Man. He's had two entrance themes, Tortured Minds, Dead Silent. That's the one we're working with right now. He's held the FSW Championship once, the Maverick Pro Wrestling Championship twice, the Modern Vintage Wrestling Heavyweight Championship once, the Ring Warriors Grand Championship once, the PWAD Championship once, the Revolver Championship once, and he's held two NXT titles. And I don't understand why in Raw, when you've got 75 other dudes competing for the world title, why you can't throw him in the picture. That's neither here nor there. But anyway, this concludes Volume 1 of The Flower Shop in dedication to Karrion Kross, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you see, like and share, comment, leave me some comments, etc., etc., and I do appreciate everything. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day.